In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us navigate the market and identify high probability setups. Today's session started with increase in volatility. We have two-legged pullback down, and once I can see that the bars are much bigger and we have more price action, market is more volatile, the thing I want to do is I want to scale down so the risk is not as big, and also I'm going to keep using deep limit orders if the bars are going to be bigger, and I'm going to increase the target profits. So if you're starting to trade today's session and you feel like the bars are way too big, definitely scale down, go to micros, or even maybe just sim trade it to get the experience, because you want to learn how to trade volatile markets. But eventually the session wasn't as fast. It was actually fairly decent. So it only looked like that at the beginning, but after market opened, market was actually fairly decent to trade. So right now what I can do as a trader is I need to respect the most recent structure, okay? And I can see you have a nice spike and a bullish channel pattern working higher. So as a trader, this gets my attention and we are correcting. So I can see correction to the exponential moving average, supportive indicator, but it is a good key entry point if everything aligns. We have a new high for a century long. So because uptrend is new high according to trend line rule, every trend needs to get new extreme eventually after break, 8 or 9 times out of 10. I'm looking for second entry long near the EMA, but we broke below EMA first. Now you have second entry long, but it didn't even trigger. Now let's say had this second entry long triggered, I still would have taken this because we broke below EMA significantly, and that's generally not a good sign. So I was looking for a high low above EMA to confirm the second entry long and to confirm that we are indeed about to test the new high for this spike and channel. We have push above EMA, we have first entry short below this bar right here, and I have high low. Initially it triggered above this bearish bar, but I cannot go long above bearish bar. But I can use double bar entry while there's a break above this bar right here, drop the limit order, and a stop loss goes one tick below the single bar. You can see the lows are equal, which is good. The risk is not as bad. So this double bar entry is very close to each other, which is perfect. So this right here is a high low confirmation trade. And this is the first great hypothesis setup for today. We need to get new high, downtrend played out. With the break push to a new extreme, we're back above EMA, everything aligned, great, easy, high probability setup. Market is pushing higher. We have a new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure. Okay, we have felt second entry short right here. The reason why we count from this low for second entries to go short, not because you want to go short, but we want to see when it's going to fail. The failed second entry short is going to trigger once the bar after second entry short is the second entry short gets a break above its high. So here we triggered a failed second entry short. The signal bar, however, is very weak. It has a nice tail. It's off the EMA, but the body is very bearish. Not that much, but still fairly significant. I skipped it for that reason. I just got the scalp, and in order for me to re-enter this quickly after trade, I really want some better bar, because when you just get out of the trade, win or lose, you generally should have some small breaks so you make sure you're not affected by emotions, because you can be a little bit too greedy when you have a winner, or you may revenge trade if you have losing trade. So this is a failed second entry short. The context is so clean though. Uptrend needs new high, downtrend played out, typical failed second entry short. So I'm going to mark it more aggressive. It's not a bad trade at all. Great context, just the signal bar is a little bit weak. You can see this is the perfect example of what price action trading is about. We had sequence of high probability trades when we expect new high to be tested. So we have a break push to new extreme. So I'm going to pause looking to go long for now. Let's see what's going to happen. We are correcting lower, something like this. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. I'm waiting for the next market cycle. We're above EMA. I don't want to sell just yet. We're below, we're back above. Okay. We have some push higher, but I have one leg break, second leg up. I have some new low, first entry short. So this is a high low here, but I don't think we can take it because we just have two legs up. Uptrend just played out. This downtrend doesn't have new extreme fully, although it's probably not going to get new low. We're back above EMA. What's going to happen? And market continue pushing higher, and we have another significant push phase. So now I have to explain why after new high, I have another push phase right here. Okay, there is no trend range, no reversal. Instead, there is bullish continuation. So I'm going to zoom out to grasp the structure of this trend, the size of this trend, and I can see this is where we started. So I'm going to draw the bigger channel, and I have swings right here. I'm going to copy it, put it at the top, and this fits pretty well. You can see market is pushing higher, so perfectly confirming our thesis. Now we are probably in the bigger channel like this? Not probably, for sure, because in price action you can see you have so many smaller channels, and these small channels, they cannot really take into consideration the entire structure to explain it. Okay, there has to be some bigger pattern eventually. You cannot just have a bunch of small channels. There's always a bigger pattern, the daily pattern in play. So this is our bigger daily pattern, which means I'm not thinking about selling, we're still thinking about buying only. Always follow the trend. Okay, I have some new high, first entry long, mini second entry long. I have potential double trap right here. Problem with this double trap though is that it's still for the most part of short-term trend line working lower like this. It looks too much like one push working lower. I don't think we can take it. But now we have high-low confirmation setup, and this is much better trade. Notice how far it retraced the downtrend. It held at the EMA twice. This is a great hyperbolic setup. Great bullish bar again. High-low confirmation trade. Close outside, push to test the new low for the downtrend. Felt EMA held. Massive bullish bar. Retracing. We're not going to turn down. We retrace too much. This is a great hyperbolic trade in a bullish market. Okay, new push phase working higher. Okay. Market is correcting. You have a second entry long, almost great trade, but this is an inside bar, and we generally skip inside bars unless we have like 2 key entry points. So I skipped it for this reason. It still worked for a decent scalp. You can see still big scalp made, even if you go above 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But I don't think I can take it. It's an inside bar. I mean, it's decent bar, fairly small. If you took it, not a problem. But we generally skip inside bars just to be sure. Okay, we have a downtrend working lower. We're way overdue for correction. We didn't have stronger correction. Even though this bounce worked, this second entry long worked, I don't think I can take it because we were way overdue for some bigger pullback. And you don't even get good limit order here. So I was looking for some push above EMA. It still worked for a scalp, but there is no push above EMA. Okay, we had stronger pullback, something like this. And now we have significant pullback. We have one leg down, break, second leg down, and this channel, once again according to trend line rules, needs to get new high. So we have high low here, but high low is not enough. This pullback was too strong. It's a bad bar, so I would need not even felt second entry short because we're already pushing too far up. I need to see second entry long at the EMA. Now I'm gonna draw a channel even a little bit wider. Why? When we have a break and a new high for the tight channel, because the break is so tiny, it's so far from the EMA. It still looks like a one clean push working higher, and this big channel needs new high. So the main channel needs new high. This looks too much like clean push up. One leg, we were definitely going higher. So can I get a second entry long at the EMA? Okay, I always skip the first entry. That's not hyperbolic trade. Always redraw the downtrend. We have a second entry long below EMA, so not ideal. So now I'm looking for basically what happened here. Okay, what happened here? Once again, you had a second entry long below EMA. Push above EMA, high-low confirmation trade to this new high. Same thing happened here. Second entry long below EMA. I'm looking for a high-low, something like this. And once again, you have high-low here as a double bar entry. Almost decent step to consider, but it has no trigger. There is no trigger above this bullish bar. So I can't really take it even as a double bar entry because there is no break. So unfortunately, no way for us to take it. This would be great trade, great hyperbolic trade because two trends need new high. And when two of your trends, the big one and the secondary one, they both need new high, that's what gives you confidence. And really chances are higher that it's going to test the new high because you have two channels that need new high. Our trend played out with a break, push to new high. So now I'm going to pause looking to go long because all uptrends played out. Now, can you think about some reversal pattern? You have felt second entry long here. Every single time we move over 100 points, I don't really even think about felt second entry long. It worked here, but when you move over 100 points, the trend is too strong for me to pick a reversal pattern. Okay, eventually the trend is so strong on its own that chances of uptrend continuation are very high, and I prefer to be selling once I have proven downtrend working lower. So I'm not sure if I want to consider felt second entry long reversal pattern once we move so far up. We have overshoot here, nothing to take. I need to widen the channel. Okay, we have a brand new push up, and this is really strong, and the bias was bullish, so I am playing this short-term trend now. I'm looking for second entry long at the EMA, but we have short-term downtrend working lower. I was getting ready to go long here, but there was no break above this bullish signal bar. Close outside. We have double trap. as well. Okay, double trap as well. This is a double trap, this is a high low. Now this double trap has a downtrend break, new low, great bullish bar above EMA. EMA held once, twice. This is a great hypothesis. I actually took this trade as well to test the new high. Double trap, such a great trade locally. It stopped me out, but no problem. Nothing in trading is 100%. Okay, we actually had mini fail breakout here like this, but I don't think I like it as much. The bar is not the strongest, but really set up like this was supposed to work. Why we broke below EMA, and also the main channel can just have one leg to new high and the second leg. Even though this fail breakout worked, I think we need to get low here. Let me see, fail breakout here. I really think the context is a little bit too weak. It's a little bit too much of a hindsight trade, but it's not as bad. If someone took it, I can see why, because the risk is very small here today. I was looking for high low breakout pullback personally. Okay, even this uptrend played out, and once again, I'm not gonna take failed second entry long nor the lower high. We traded 120 points up. Even here you can see after main channel played out, we're still trending higher. Just forget about reversal once you keep trending higher so much. We actually have a failed second entry short here. I mean, but everything played out. I don't think I like this trade as much. Everything played out. I mean, it depends, because you can also look for some different channel, eventually something like this. Okay, because you're probably asking yourself why market keeps trending higher while the main channel played out. And we actually had a decent bounce here without new low for the downtrend. And once you have no new low for the extreme and sudden push phase where you expect new extreme, that's a lot of times the point where you have confirmation of the trend line. So if you are actually playing already this channel, I mean, you can take failed second entry short here. It's not such a bad trade, but you have to be playing this channel. I was on my break, so I would probably skip it because I would have a break in new high, but it's not a bad trade to consider. Failed second entry short. I go to mark failed second entry short. Okay, market is correcting, working lower. Okay, you have new low first entry short, second entry short, but personally, once again, I would skip even second entry short when the market looks that bullish. Even though it's a good looking second entry short with a great bar right, the EMA locally it looks good, but when the entire day is bullish, you're gonna make the most money focusing on buying rather than selling. And now you have lower high though, so it's even stronger confirmation. EMA keeps holding, downtrend is new low, so even if you skip the second entry short, the lower high adds the extra layer of confidence. I don't mind taking a lower high here even when the trend is bullish, because it's such a strong trade here, such a great bar. EMA keeps holding, downtrend is new low, so even for a small scalp can be considered. Okay, market keeps pushing higher. You're thinking here about some failed second entry short or second entry long on the way up, but there is none of this. Market just initiated new push phase, which is a shame. I'm gonna redraw the downtrend. You have a horrible second entry long, not even at the EMA bad bar, so definitely cannot take. Okay, we are trending to the downside now. Just gonna respect the downtrend here. Okay, I can pretty much redraw a little bit like this because it looks like there is a break and push to an extreme. Downtrend played out. It's a little bit too congested now. EMA on these bars, we broke below. We can't really take anything. Way too much congestion. No trade zone. I mean, you probably can consider failed second entry short here because you need new high, but look at this entire area, so congested. And also it's quite late, market about to close. So this is the overall structure for today. We actually had one very tricky setup right here. This double trap looked really great locally, combined with the bullish bias, but it's okay. You can see how many trades there are. Sometimes there's going to be a losing trade. You cannot really get that into your head. That's completely normal. Part of trading. Every trading strategy has a losing trade, so you really need to accept this. Otherwise, if you struggle to accept losing trades, you're really prone to revenge trading, and that's the core issue of blowing accounts. Most traders blow their accounts not because they have losing trades, but because after they have few losing trades, they go on a tilt and they start revenge trading. and they blow the account. So unfortunately, revenge trading and going on tilt is the biggest problem in trading. That's the main reason why a lot of traders blow their capital or blow their trading account. So really try to accept losing trades, especially if the trade looks good and you kind of expected it in advance. It wasn't an impulsive trade. You really have to try brushing it over, because you need to remain calm, collected, in order for you to be open-minded and enter the next trades that follow the rules. Okay, it gets easier with time, especially if you're a novice trader. You've been doing this, for example, less than a year. It's real hard to get over this because it goes against our human nature, how we're wired. But once you be trading a little bit longer, it gets easier and easier, because you will get numb to this. You will never be fully numb to this. I guess it depends on a trader. Some traders really don't care. Some traders are more perfectionist. Some traders need to trade a little bit longer. Some people get it a little bit quicker. But initially, we all are the same. We really don't like having losing trades. We don't like being wrong. But with more experience, it will get better. You will get numb to this. But you also need to work on this diligently, consciously, because if you just ignore this, you really never make that quick of a progress. You really have to be accepting the fact that there are a few losing trades, especially if you're starting out. So you really need to be also proactive and understand that trading is a game of probabilities. It's about having an edge, and we just have more winners than losers at the end of the day. But overall, decent price action. I really thought it looked like we we're going to have a sell-off after what's happening in the world, but actually market trade up higher, so it was decent, and you can take a few decent setups on the way up, and if you're lucky, maybe even a few runners. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.